How's it going, guys? We're back on another video here, and this video is going to be going over, when NHL 25 news is going to be coming. People keep asking me all the time, saying when's it coming, and is there going to be an NHL 25? Well, there's going to be an NHL 25. Kind of look back on previous years and kind of get a good idea of when it's going to actually come out. So make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe if you're not already, and follow me on Twitch, Henreek. I'm live there every single day. So we're going to go back here, and we're starting off with NHL 23 here. So 23 was actually one of the later years for news to come out. Actually, it was really late. August 22nd, they said coming soon, NHL 23. See the full reveal on August 25th. August 25th. So we didn't even know the cover athlete until August 25th of 2022, which is crazy. It's a long time. And then of course, they started doing some custom fan covers and all that cool stuff. And then eventually they broke it. The cover athlete was actually on August 24th. And I don't know, to me, that's a long, and it's really a long time, and it's late in the year, I feel like, to actually announce, who it's going to be, right? So that's quite late right there. August 24th. The full reveal came out on the 25th here, as you can see. And it's pretty much a quick little trailer. There's usually not too much, to these trailers here, obviously. It's just, kind of the quick, here's what the game's gonna probably look like a little bit, right? I mean, it's funny because there's all these things that you see and you're like, wow, are these really gonna be in the game? Because I remember they showed Objectives 2.0 in this video, I do believe, which is pretty funny to look back on, right? They actually didn't even actually have that in the game. And then there's a last chance movement. I forgot that was even added in 23. I thought that was low-key 24, but it's crazy. But yeah, I remember there's a lot of glitches people saw in this, and people were losing their mind about that as well. Here's what I'm talking about, guys. So it says score with the new 1-3-1 power play. Again, it says a power, that wasn't a thing in NHL 23. They actually didn't have that in the game, so that was pretty funny to see. Of course, it's a year they added cross-platform matchmaking. So not full-on crossplay yet until 24 like we have now. But 23 is when they added that matchmaking. You could search and obviously match people on other consoles. So that was definitely a nice add to the game. Here, X Factor card you got to see there. There it is, matchmaking. That's cool. But yeah, that was kind of really what the reveal was in NHL 23. And yeah, we didn't really get much, honestly, after that. It took a while here. It really did. And you didn't really get much news for a little bit else, it seems like. So yeah, you had your little roadmap, and yeah, I mean, they went right into September. I mean, your gameplay was on the last day of August. I mean, basically. So it's a grind, honestly, to get to the end here of seeing all the news for the new game. But that was NHL 23s, and now let's check out NHL 24s, which is actually pretty different than NHL 23s. Look back at NHL 24s. They said you are invited, right? And it was August 16th. The full reveal was premiering on August 16th. So it's a bit earlier. It was about, I guess, 9 days earlier than NHL 23s. But they gave, a little bit of a teaser early on here, right? On August 8th. So that's actually a week from tomorrow. But the thing is actually going to be, the same again, right? I mean, I don't know if they're going to actually go with the same time frame. It's all just speculation, but generally you're going to get some news in the very near future here. You are. And I think they did the cover athlete even sooner than that. I could be wrong, but let's just give it a check. They were doing the community day at EA Vancouver, which I did not attend last year. I do regret it a little bit, but definitely we'll see if they do another thing like that. So then they actually had the August 11th community update video. This is a video that a lot of people, weren't a fan of, obviously, when it happened. They talked about GM Connected. They talked about kind of the future of the game, and you had Clapperton in there, you had Mike and Chris, and they kind of just talked about what was going on and what the future was of the game. I'm not sure if they're gonna do another thing like that again. I feel like they should, honestly. That'd be pretty cool. They announced the community Discord, which we all know the Discord never really came to fruition, unfortunately. But we'll see if they actually kind of have another thing like this. They mentioned the community playtest in this as well, to sign up for it. We'll see if they do another beta again this year. And then they were just showing some things from the game here. Nothing too, in depth and all that, but in general, gave a little bit of a sneak peek on the game. And then after that, we kind of got to the cover athlete, which was announced on the 14th, so 2 days before the full reveal. So I guess rule of thumb for the most part, you're probably going to get the reveal, I would say pretty much, 2 days after the cover gets announced, or a few days, like not many days after. We're trying to, kind of speculate on who it's going to be, the cover athlete. I don't really know, honestly. There's so many different guys. Bedard could obviously make a lot of sense. Everyone says the three Hughes brothers. That'd be pretty cool as well. But we'll see on that. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, you kind of get a lot of information quick as well, guys. That's a very important thing to know as well. So they have the reveal trailer. This one was 5 minutes long, which is crazy. They talked about a lot of stuff. Like they talk about, World of Chell and all the stuff they're adding into that, right? So you had the full crossplay being promoted here as well. The exhaust engine, I mean, that was just a big deal as well. The goalie fatigue, yeah, that's, I don't know how well that aged, but the pressure, the glass break-in, there's the goalies flying on the ice. We had the goalie fatigue, of course. We have the physics of the new hitting system, which, I mean, I like the hitting, I do, but honestly, it's a little bit ridiculous sometimes, I will say. And then I think they show some things when it comes to so total control they advertised, right? And then they just mentioned pretty much the controls, really. They didn't really mention. So there's that. I guess you see the pre-order stuff, obviously, right? So you get 85 Makar, the power-up icon choice pack, World of Shell stuff, points you get, 3 days early access, dual entitlement. The game release too is always kind of interesting. The game actually came out way earlier in 24 than I think even 23. I think 23's came out October 11th. I could be wrong. But 24 was definitely very early October. I think it was October 3rd the game was out with early access, which is really, really early, almost September. So that was pretty interesting. And yeah, I mean, you kind of learn a lot about the game pretty quickly. I mean, World of Chell, they did kind of a lot of trailers in short order, I feel like, in this game. And they really kind of talked about, all the new things that are in the game, really. But at least we're looking back at 22 just to kind of like show all the games on the newest generation to kind of see if that really has any sort of impact. But I don't want to go too far, like 21 and 20. That's a long time ago now. So you basically had NHL 22, the full reveal trailer is the 19th, right? So it's always in the same general vicinity. It's always in the teens, I would say, of August, right? Like for the most part. 23 was like I was pretty late, not really the norm, I would say. I'd base it more off 22 and 24. I think 23 was just something was a little bit weird. Maybe it was about crossplay being added. That was a little bit of a reason they had to kind of wait longer. But then you had the 2 more days, and then the cover athlete was announced on the 19th. I guess it was Matthews, right? Yeah, so I guess they did the reveal and the cover on the same day. So it's interesting. Depends, I guess, how they want to do it. But usually they kind of do, I guess they kind of do both at the same time. But yeah, it was that was the trailer. That's when X Factors got added in, and that was a pretty big deal. That was the first game on new gen, and yeah, it was all right. 22. I didn't hate it, but what do you guys think? When do we get in the game here? I mean, when do we get news? I think for the most part, if I make an actual straight up prediction, August 13th, they're gonna say like it's coming soon. NHL 25, then maybe August 16th, I'll have the trailer on that Friday. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm right, but. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you have not already. Follow me on Twitch, Henreek. I'm live there every single day. And I will see you guys all in the next video.